this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
On the Stino Show podcast, each episode invites you into a raw, unfiltered conversations about recovery, resilience, and redemption. On a recent episode, I sit down with actor, cultural icon Danny Trejo to talk about addiction, transformation, and the power of second chances. The entire season 2 is now available to binge, featuring powerful conversations with guests like Tiffany Haddish, Johnny Knoxville, and more.
I'm an alcoholic, and without this program, I'm gonna die.
Listen to the Stino Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Bob Pittman, Chairman and CEO of iHeartMedia, and I'm kicking off a brand new season of my podcast, Math and Magic, Stories from the Frontiers of Marketing. Math and Magic takes you behind the scenes of the biggest businesses and industries while sharing insights from the smartest minds in marketing. Coming up this season on Math and Magic, CEO of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario.
People think that creative ideas are like these light bulb moments that happen when you're in the shower, or it's really like a stone sculpture. You're constantly just chipping away and refining.
Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick and our own Chief Business Officer Lisa Coffey. Listen to Math and Magic on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast.
On paper, the three hosts of the Nick, Dick, and Paul show are geniuses. We can explain how AI works, data centers, but there are certain things that we don't necessarily understand.
Better version of play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, wasn't Taylor Swift who said that for the first time. I thought it was. I got that wrong.
But hey, no one's perfect. We're pretty close, though. Listen to the Nick, Dick, and Paul show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Saturday, May 2nd, country's biggest stars will be in Austin, Texas at our 2026 iHeart Country Festival presented by Capital One. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they sell out at Ticketmaster.com. That's Ticketmaster.com.
It is time now for my strawberry letter of the day. If you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your strawberry letter to SteveHarveyFM.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know, it could be yours.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry letter.
Nephew, I thank you. Subject, I need his wife to give him back. Dear Stephen Shirley, I'm a 38-year-old divorced mother of 2 teenagers. I met a man on a dating app back in July of 2025. On his dating profile, he mentioned that he was going through a divorce, so I gave him a chance. We hit it off, and 5 days after we met, we had sex. We were inseparable. He was still living with his estranged wife and his kids, so he'd drive 2 hours to visit me, and he'd stay with me for days. He told me he loved me early on, and we talked about moving to Texas after his divorce is final. I had an open-ended job nursing, waiting for me whenever I moved. He showed me his divorce documents, and I was around for 3 virtual meetings he had with his divorce attorney, so I had no reason to doubt him. By October, we were both ready to move to Texas, so I rented out my house. He was supposed to drive me and the kids to Texas in a week, but then he called me upset and said he was on his way to my house. I had a bad feeling. He got to my house and said he was there to end things with me. He said his divorce was not final after all, and his wife had begged him not to leave. He said he'd owed it to his wife and children to give the marriage a chance. I had no idea. I had no choice but to let him go. He cut all ties with me after that day. A few days later, I found out that I'm pregnant, and I canceled my plans to move. I'm due this summer, so I really need his wife to give him back to me. Their kids are grown. My baby will need a father. I've heard that he's still miserable and still wants a divorce. I'm sure he's seen my pregnancy posts on Facebook, and I am shocked he hasn't tried to call me. Should I drive over to talk to his wife in hopes that she'll give him back to me? Please help. No, don't do that. That is not going to work, okay? I don't even know what you're thinking at this point. You do know that never in the history of marriage has a mistress / soon-to-be baby mama ever done what you're asking and come out without a fight or something. On the other hand, a man going back to his wife before the divorce is final, that happens a lot, okay? That happens quite a bit. And this is what this is. You had a plan to be with this man But his wife, unbeknownst to you, had her own plan. No matter what you've heard about him being miserable, that man cut off all ties with you. So don't go driving over to his house, talking to his wife, asking her to give him back to you. That's not going to happen. You could get yourself hurt. He hasn't even told his wife anything about you. The wife is just trying to keep her family together. One thing you write about is that the baby needs a father. In this case, though, all your baby will get is child support. All right. That's it. If she gets that, you're going to have to take him to court to get it. I know you thought this was a done deal. You know, you rented the house out, all of that, but things happen. It's too late now, but you should have waited until he was completely divorced. So now, unfortunately, you have to prepare yourself to bring this baby up without him. Steve?
You know, in this letter right here, ladies, Shirley, Carla, Mississippi, I'm going to introduce you all to a brand new concept that I have never, ever exposed about men, ever.
Wow.
I have never told you all this about men. So prepare yourself, because in the second half of my response, I will introduce to you something that I'm very familiar with men doing. And some of you have run up into this, and this will be an eye-opener. But now let's get to this letter. I need his wife to give him back. That ain't gonna happen. Now, lady, let's go over a couple of things. You 38-year-old divorced mama, got 2 teenagers. You met a man on a dating app in July of 2025. On his dating profile, and this is critical information, he mentioned he was going through a divorce. So I gave him a chance. We hit it off. 5 days later, we was having sex. We were inseparable. He was still living. Here's the next part. He was still living with his estranged wife and kids. So he drove 2 hours to visit me, and he stayed with me for days. For days. Now, let me explain something to you. You can do that when you got a wife and kids, if you claiming that you're going on a business trip. So him staying with you for days, I know how to work this out. I'm just setting you all up for what's really going on here. Ladies, you're going to appreciate me for this. He told me he loved me early. Then we talked about moving to Texas after his divorce is final. I had an open-end nursing job waiting for me wherever I moved. He showed me his divorce documents, and I was around for 3 virtual meetings he had with his divorce attorney, so I had no reason to doubt him. I'm going to tell you how they do that too nowadays. See, y'all don't know the game. The game done got real cold out here. And by October, we was both ready to move to Texas, so I rented out my house. He was supposed to drive me and the kids to Texas in a week, but he called me upset, said he was on the way to the house. I had a bad feeling. He got to my house and said that he had to end things with me. His divorce was not final, and his wife begged him not to leave. Now, I'd have set it all up. When I come back, I'm going to tell you what's going on here.
All right. Thank you, Steve. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, I need his wife to give him back. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm John Green. You may know me as the author of The Fault in Our Stars, and now, I guess, also as the co-host of The Away End, a brand new world soccer podcast.
I'm Daniel Alarcón, a writer and journalist, and John and I have known each other since we were kids. My first World Cup was Mexico '86. I was 9 years old. I watched every game, and I fell in love. On our new podcast, The Away End, we'll share with you the magic of international football, all leading up to the 2026 World Cup.
For us, soccer,
Football,
is a story we've shared for over 30 years, since Daniel was the star player on our high school soccer team.
Very debatable.
And I was their most loyal and sometimes only fan. I love this game. I love its history, its hope, its heartbreak, and above all, its beauty.
Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer, is the most important.
Listen to The Away End with Daniel Alarcón and John Green on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's the new me and it's the old them. Everybody's on their journey and your journey is different to theirs.
This Women's History Month, the podcast, If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes, spotlights women who turn missteps into momentum and lessons into power.
I think coming out of where I came from, I'm from the Bronx. I think I grew up really poor. I didn't know that then because I very much used my creativity to romanticize life. And I'm like, my mom did a really good job of like, you step back and you're like, whoa, I don't know how we made it. So a lot of my life was like built out of like survival to get to the next place. Like my drive, my like tunnel vision of like, I gotta be better, I gotta achieve this was off the strengths of like, I wanna make a better life for us.
If You Knew Better brings real talk from women who've lived it, unpacking career pivots, relationship lessons, and the mindset shifts that changed everything. Listen to If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cheryl Strayed, author of Wild and Tiny Beautiful Things. I'm excited to share that I have a new podcast called Mind Over Mountain. In each episode, I interview athletes, adventurers, and adrenaline seekers to discuss the inner landscapes and life experiences that informed and inspired their extraordinary feats. I also bring a bit of advice into the mix so we too can better understand how to face our own seemingly insurmountable challenges.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull out what you already have inside. We come into this world fighting for our lives. All I'm going to do is pull out what you already got inside.
We're there to support and celebrate each other. And that's not like a your story versus my story.
You're going to walk up and over that dang mountain. You're not just going to put your mind over it.
Yep, exactly. And if I can't walk up and over it, I'm going to go through it.
Listen to Mind Over Mountain every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Usually on This Podcast Will Kill You, we talk about the diseases, infections, and biological threats that can make us really sick.
But right now, we're doing something a little different.
We're stepping back and looking at what the human body needs to keep going.
When you consider what we know about sleep in humans, there's one rule that comes out. We are predictably unpredictable sleepers.
We're talking about why sleep works the way it does, why our bodies don't follow neat rules, and why modern life makes rest so hard to come by.
The second half of our series takes us to the digestive system with a multi-part series on what happens after we eat. Okay, I just have to say that all of my favorite words apparently are digestive words.
Sphincter, peristalsis, duodenum. It's fascinating, it's funny, and it matters so much more than you think.
Episodes of our new series run from January 20th through February 17th, with new episodes every Tuesday on the Exactly Right Network.
Listen to This Podcast Will Kill You as part of the Exactly Right Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Life is unpredictable, but protecting your family doesn't have to be complicated. Globe Life helps families secure their future with simple, affordable life insurance. There's no medical exam, just a simple application. With rates starting as low as $3.49 a month, Globe Life Insurance is easy to buy. Call Globe Life today at 1-800-251-5400 or visit globeliferadio.com. That's 1-800-251-5400 or globeliferadio.com. All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. You said you were going to reveal something about men to the ladies. Today's Strawberry Letter subject is, I need his wife to give him back. Let's go.
All right, now, ladies, pay close attention because I got to get to it quick because I want to make sure I don't run out of time. This is a 38-year-old lady who was divorced, got 2 teenagers, went on a dating app, met a man that was perfect. In his dating profile, he mentioned he was going through a divorce. On his dating profile. Who does that? Who does that? On a dating profile puts this information because this is the setup. You went off, you started hitting it off. After 5 days, y'all had sex. You was inseparable. Now, he lived far away, but he still lived with his estranged wife and kids. So he would drive 2 hours and he would stay with you for days. That's easy to do, ladies. If your man has a job where he can tell his wife, I got a business trip, he can go anywhere, cut that phone locator off and say he out on business, and then you blah, 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 blah. So that ain't nothing. You all started talking. He started mentioning love early. Y'all fell in love. And y'all decided that y'all was going to move together. So, and you had a nursing job where you could take anywhere. You had planned all that. He even showed you his divorce documents. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. And you attended 3 virtual meetings he had with his divorce attorney. So I had no reason to doubt him. Okay, I'm going to show you how that worked too. Anyway, we were supposed to move to Texas. You rented out your house. He was supposed to drive you and the kids to Texas in a week, but he called me upset, said he had to come by the house and you had a bad feeling. He came to the house and told he had to end things with you, said his divorce was not final after all. His wife begged him not to leave. He said he owed it to his wife and children to have a marriage chance, and there's no chance but to let him go. He cut all ties with me after that day. Now listen to this part. He cut all ties with me after that day. A few days later, I found out I'm pregnant. I canceled all my plans to move due this summer. I'm due this summer. I really need his wife to give him back. The kids are grown. My baby need a father. I heard he's still miserable and still wants a divorce. All right, let's stop.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to introduce you to a new concept. I've known about this for years, but I've never had an opportunity to share it with you. This man is a serial divorcee. He is a serial divorcee. I know a dude who does this. Let me explain something to you. This dude right here. First of all, who puts that on a dating app? I'm going through a divorce. Who put that on the app? Because that's the hook. And if you bite, he know you willing to do anything. So now, he's not really in a divorce. These documents you saw are old documents. He just changed the date. Every time he get a new fish on the hook who wants to date somebody that's going through a divorce, he got the same paperwork for that. Now these virtual divorce lawyers meetings you done been to, them old too. He recorded them. He recorded that, and then he let you see it. You ain't participating in it. Ain't nobody asking you no question. You log in and you see it. It's the same one. I know a dude that do this. He got documents of getting divorced. He changed the dates. Posted online that he's a divorcee. So if you don't mind dating a married man, then he got you on the hook early. He's got these fake documents. That's the same documents he's been having for years. He changed the dates and let you see them. And then this virtual thing that you can come on in, he got a link where you can hit and watch him and his divorce attorneys talk. He did that a long time ago, and that's an old footage. I know a dude that do this right here. He is a serial divorcee. Then the moment he done got what he wanted from you, and it gets serious and it's time to move, he come in and break the news to you that, hey, my wife and I owe it to her to try to continue.
Give it a second chance.
I'm going to have to end this. So he gets out and see this happened right before he's supposed to take you and the kids to Texas.
A week
He's a serial divorcer. Ladies, you got to be smart with the technology today. Now, what he didn't know was he didn't get out in time because is pregnant.
Right. And she's thinking about driving to his house.
You gonna drive to this woman's house. Should I talk to his wife and hope she'll give him back to me? Please help.
Don't do that.
You ain't gonna believe the surprises you gonna find when you drive.
Right. Don't play yourself.
First of all, what divorce you talking about? Don't go over this lady's house. Now, homeboy got a big problem because he ain't never got nobody pregnant. But now this woman's pregnant. The gig finna be up. It's gonna be tough. But ma'am, I'm sorry this has happened to you, but you have met the serial divorcer, and they are real, and they have fake documents, and they have recorded these initial meetings with attorneys, and they save them, and they have a link where you can watch them do it. You can't participate, but you can watch it.
Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on
Didn't I tell y'all?
Facebook.
This is crazy. That's a lot.
Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded
pimping ain't easy now.
Download it today. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, we got Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
On the Stino Show podcast, each episode invites you into a raw, unfiltered conversations about recovery, resilience, and redemption. On a recent episode, I sit down with actor, cultural icon Danny Trejo to talk about addiction, transformation, and the power of second chances. The entire season 2 is now available to binge, featuring powerful conversations with guests like Tiffany Haddish, Johnny Knoxville, and more.
I'm an alcoholic, and without this program, I'm going to die.
Listen to the Stino Show on the